Good morning, the honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, and all of the audiences here. First of all, before I begin, let's first of all we commence by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and merciful, He one who has created this world in magnificent. And the second one, we may not forget to our greetings and salutations to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who had brought us from the darkness to the brightness, to the bright modern era that we live in today, from Jahiliyah era to the Islamiyah era, namely Islamic religion that we love. And not forget to our judges, my beloved friends, and all of the audiences here. First of all, before I begin the honorable judges and audiences, I am Nisrina Ramadhani, one of the students from SMA Negeri 1 Sukoharjo. And today, I'm standing in here delivering my speech under the theme of Connected, Innovate, and Inspire Generation Z for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll delivering my speech with the title is the importance of youth role in building our future by thinking critically, collaborate, and innovate for sustainable growth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's we think that we know live in a world that evolving faster than ever before. Like we face some complex problems, urgent global challenges such as climate change, the rapid advancements of technology, social and economic inequalities, and the depletions of natural resources. Ladies and gentlemen, these issues actually are very complex and interconnected. But as the generation of this world, that we will inherit this planet, it is our responsibility not only to understand some complex problems, but to actively contribute and participate in crafting solutions that answer as sustainable for all. Ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable judges, to begin with, critical thinking is an essential skill that we must all develop right here. Why? Because think carefully help us to find what the truth and make smart choices. Then, by earning this skill, ladies and gentlemen, we can avoid the pitfalls of misinformations, bias, and oversimplification of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, now, as we can see right now in this era the overloaded of misinformations, as what we can see or hear right now without questioning it before. However, critical thinking has a good role model in this era because critical thinking requires us to analyze information before we accept it. Ladies and gentlemen, by critical thinking, we can get many benefits. Yes, in this speech, I will tell you the 3 points of benefit of critical thinking. For one, better decisions making. Yes, critical thinking can help us to better making decisions or better decisions making. Sorry what I mean. Critical thinking help you analyze informations, weigh options, and make smart choices. So, when you have a critical thinking and you always develop this skill, you can get and also choose the choices by logically rather than relying on your assumptions or feelings or your emotions. And then the second one, critical thinking help you to improve your communication skill. Ladies and gentlemen, by earning this skill, it can basing ideas on sound reasoning and evidence. Critical thinking helps you can express many critical thinkers themselves clearly, logically, and confidently. And then the last but not least, can you guess it before, ladies and gentlemen? By critical thinking, we can finding, competent at solutions and innovations. To every problem they face in everyday life, critical thinking is really matters in our life. Because critical thinking teaches students how to prepare themselves individually to find solutions rather than we can find the problems. By critical thinking, maybe we can find some problems, but we can know what the best answer of these problems. And then, by this competence, we can challenges that occur in their surroundings. So, ladies also gentlemen, critical thinking is a domain general thinking skill. So no matter what you are, you have these skills for your better future. And then, ladies also gentlemen, what the second way we need for our life? Yes, collaborations. Collaborations are really matters in our life. Because by collaborations, we can take the actions and work together to avoid and then to solving or some complex problems. No one can tackle climate or injustice alone or social injustice alone. When we collaborate each other, whether we peers, teachers, or communities, we can combine diverse ideas to make the good choices or to find the best ever choices or answer. Then, ladies also gentlemen, so for example, when students from any different backgrounds, communities, or field of study, but we can combine together their ideas, it's very good for the collaborations and the connections. Because for Gen Z, collaboration more than just an output, but for Gen Z, for connections or collaborations, it can get exclusive networkings. That we can know the importance of networkings is really matters in this era, especially for our futures. Collaborations, we can put in new concepts of our futures, but sometimes we have different perspective ideas. But when we have a one purpose to change this world and this future, it's very important to make some innovations. Yes, the last is innovations, ladies and gentlemen. And the third is innovations drive progress. Innovations means when we can creating a new technologies, ideas, and also approach and can solving some problems in our life. Sometimes we as a students, we need innovations because by innovations we can create a new environment, we can create a new ideas for the future, nurtured by determinations. So, ladies and gentlemen, to sum up my speech today, it's our ability, it's our responsibility to change this world very good. Because you know what? The power of Gen Z, especially for the younger generations, is really matters to change, especially that Indonesia go to the code 20 and 45s. Ladies also gentlemen, let's use our potential to learn, to create and contribute for these missions. Because I know we can't do it alone for this change, but when we can hold our hands together, we can change it to be better. So ladies also gentlemen, we can shape a future generations that is learned, caring, and sustainable. So that's why, ladies also gentlemen, let's we complete this mission together and we have a one purpose. That's all from me about my speech today. To sum up my speech, I hope this is very important for us to learn, create, and innovate for sustainable future for all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the time. That's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.